in the competitive sphere, as we see the Malzahar locked in, meaning the Nautilus is going top lane because it's a good matchup against Maokai. But it offers so much AoE damage, especially in messy fights. And I think it has fallen off in small part due to the versatility of junglers having such gank threat. It actually became kind of hard for Karthus to get through the laning phase and just not die under his turret constantly. But in this case, he feels like he can do it, because it's not like anything about Lyra or Ninja. Champions is specifically like unable to kill Froggen. But I can understand, I guess, why he's doing it, and it does bring several strengths.
It's curious. I mean, not bad with the Lulu either. We've talked about a lot of teams kind of enabling their teammates with the likes of Lulu. Keith has kind of been more on utility duty, which is, I think, why we've seen so many Ashe games. But if you're going to speed up somebody and give them a bit of extra health, Karthus is actually a pretty good candidate as that sort of champion. So we'll see. Froggen has certainly got more than enough experience on a champion like Karthus. I mean, he's been playing this champion alongside the likes of EnVyUs for 5-6 years at this point.
Exactly. I mean, you're talking about two teams that have had trouble closing out games as well. So Froggen is hoping to get to the 40 or 50-minute Karthus point where he's just pressing ultimate and the entire team loses half of their health. Now, I don't think that is as good in this world where you got stuff like Locket and Redemption that can just preemptively reset fights before that ultimate comes through, but I'm still excited to see the pick to spice up this game.
I mean, it's certainly cool here for EchoFox. If they need to pick up a win here, might as well throw a curveball or two at Envy. Have to think that mid lane is going to be a pretty juicy looking gank target. Ari's got excellent gank assist, and Lyra, if he gets going in the early game, we've seen what happened. No team is safe from Lyra's Lee Sin.
Cadian, though, trying that early gank. Seraph full health.
Yeah, Lupin, not too much health left, but Seraph does have his flash. Uses it already, but still gets locked in with a Maokai. Knocked back with the Arcane Smash, and Seraph is trying to get out of it, but First Blood once again off to Arcadian. Go for Ninja, though, looking for an all-in onto Froggen. Good flash, but Ninja's going to go under the turret. Ignite's already done. The last little bit's good, and Ninja flashes out to safety.
And that's the
Oh,
thing.
no, it's not that safe.
Done!
All right, dive for the ulti, so just a trick. Better looking for EchoFox is this gank on a mid lane. Arcadian already in his gates there as well. Ninja just going to get taken out here. Who's going to get the kill? Froggen collects it.
Yeah, and I mean, this is EchoFox kind of showing up early game when they need to.
Still into this turret. Needs a few more hits, but Keith is zoning out Apollo.
Oh, he's got to be careful.
Going to go in for a good chain of corruption onto Keith. Full in for the mouth. Our ulti as the turret goes down. Wild Growth there. Hakuo eats the arrow there, but Lyra kicks him back and gets the kill. Quickly losing this race.
Yeah, and with the Ahri coming around the backside, I'm not even sure if EchoFox can trade this one.
Waves cleared out. There's an ulti out from Seraph as well onto Keith. Arcadian locked down. Forced to burn the Wild Growth onto the Kha'Zix to try and keep him alive. Ninja's going to keep him occupied. Actually dives in, but there's Lupin. Tries to get the Twisted Advance down. Polymorph, sorry, onto him as the Froggen ulti is going to try and take him down. Ninja, though, already taken out Keith. He lives through the ulti from Karthus. Seraph takes out Gate as well.
But no one stopped the push on the other side. Envy's going to take the inhibitor in 16 minutes.
I mean, Froggen's pushing mid lane, but that's not where you want to be. Seraph finally dies as Arcadian gets the double kill, but what a mess of macro. Envy come out huge on this play. Trap somebody down with the ultimate. Oh, looks like fine. Arcadian got greedy. Wild Growth on top of him. He's going to try and leap out of the way. Should be there as the Death Touch will follow him. Ignite. Not enough to take him down. Lyra kicks him through. Gets the shot down as he kicks his own teammate through him. Incredible play from Lyra as Lupin joins back in. Froggen already burnt the ultimate though, and Lyra barely dies on the back end to Keith. Envy make it look so fancy and get the trade. Getting stronger, 40 seeds ahead of his lane opponent as they try and siege a turret. Hakuo flashes and dies to Keith's auto attack, and now Apollo's Q assist isn't going to save him. Flash might though as Seraph cues away to a wall, but Keith flashes in aggressively, tries to slow Seraph, who also burns his flash.
Fast.
Yep. I mean, this Baron almost dead. Lyra maybe gets himself in for a steal, but Lupin going to lock him down instead. That should be the Baron over to EchoFox. Ninja not there in time, and Lupin just tanking the rest of the team out. Chain of Corruption did tag Arcadian, but just not a problem. EchoFox just walk up the Baron and take it. And Hakuo, he's going to get himself assassinated. Wild Throw is going to start things off with the Kha'Zix, trying to rip through them. A little too much, it looks like, as he does go down. But it's a trade. He'll get a kill for his trouble.
Yep.
Just walk up to Baron, take it, and then that could be it here. Froggen now going to get knocked out by the depth charge, but it looks like the Charm's going to follow in as well. Froggen still taking damage, but Lupa going to tie up Ninja. Froggen on a killing spree as he takes down the Ahri, and Keith is just firing away. Here comes the ultimate. Apollo loses a huge amount of health as Lyra is going to die on the front side.
To get 31 minutes in, but a lot of the damage has already been done.
Yeah, I mean, Froggen is level 18, monumentally strong as Seraph. Actually gets tied up by Lupa, might just go down to the damage that they have. Karthus and Ashe able to dish it out, and Lupa just tanking the rest of them. Seed's going to start. Lupa's just going to chase in onto Lyra as EchoFox reset with the redemption there from Gate. Turret's going to fall, and EchoFox 40 seconds to push with the Baron buff still.
Yeah, very poor initiation by Seraph, but they have a lot of ultimates.
Great arrow with the Ninja. That's an easy one for Arcadian. And now Hako are going to get burnt down by Frog as he tries to ult the Karthus. But EchoFox, they've just kind of powered up. They got all the coal into the engine and the steam trade's rolling forward.
Yeah.
This is the healthy turret of the two. Arcadian
they're going.
leaps back in. There's Frog with the ultimate going to try and seal the deal on the team fight. Arcadian wild growth in, but Lupa gets kicked in by Lyra and falls down to Apollo. Seraph's GA going to get burnt down as well, but that turret's going to fall. Second Nexus turret down as well. EchoFox, do they go for the Nexus? Seraph's the next target. He does fall to Keith. Keith is just unleashing on the Ashe here, and that's going to force Lyra away. So now onto the Nexus they go. Ninja going to try and save the game for a little while longer. There's the shutdown as he gets one. Keith still kiting, but Ninja cleans up a triple kill, and Envy hold onto their Nexus. Mid inhibitor's going to respawn, but bad news is top inhibitor just fell down, so Envy going to have to fight for this Nexus one more time.
And 9,600 apparently was the biggest Baron power play we've had this split.
All right.
Froggen, though, if he dies before he can get range.
That's the kill. Ninja with a snipe. Pops his Zhonya's down as well, but here's the ultimate out from Karthus. Apollo is going to go down. So much AoE from the Karthus, and Keith is just too strong to finish out the rest of the team fight. EchoFox going to collect their kills, pat some of their stats like Katie and grab the shutdown. But game number one goes all EchoFox. Might settle on Zyra, actually, not the Tahm Kench. So a bit more aggression in that 2v2.
Yeah, definitely stronger laning presence, not wanting to get super shoved in by the Ziggs and the Lulu. The Tahm Kench would have definitely offered more protection later in the game, but I feel like they probably just had a thought at the end there saying, we can't get shoved into 3 lanes because that's actually how we lose. Give us Zyra so we can win the lane a little bit better, and I think I agree with that choice.
Yep, we'll see what Arcadian and Lyra can get done. As always, junglers will influence the early game, particularly for these two teams that they've each gone off in respective games many times this season already. I mean, Envy, I was actually kind of surprised to not see this in game one, because I feel like this has been one of their best looking comps. They had the Jace and the Ziggs, both as picks they could have taken, did not for it in game one. We'll see what happens though in this next game here. I mean, Lulu Ziggs doesn't sound like the most inspiring bottom lane combo, but Lulu's strong enough, I'm sure it's just fine.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good point where there's not necessarily a super carry they can augment, but Lulu has just been good at just general haste as far as getting people and the team around the map. Plus, it denies the pick from Ashe.
I mean, from memory, one of the last successful Envy bottom lanes with Ziggs had a Braum in it. So this has to be an improvement from that pick.
If it was successful, then it works.
Maybe I should have gone for it. We'll find out in a second, though. Envy and EchoFox gonna line up for round 2 here. EchoFox is gonna try and seal this last win, end their season on a high note, and then see what happens tomorrow for Envy. If there is any hope that they'll sneak into 8, they need to beat EchoFox. They did it once already in the season. They'll need the second here, and then they'll need a couple of miracles in a row tomorrow.
This is going to catch Seraph by surprise.
Yeah, he went around the wall to really smart stuff from Arcadian. Taunt there onto Seraph there. Lupin locking him down. He does have the flash, but I don't think he can get out yet. Does get the stun down, but Seraph just trying to run away. It's first blood over to Lupa.
Down, and if Froggen gets something here, this could be big.
Well, Hako locked down again. Froggen with a charm, easily able to take down Hako, and now going to dive in solo for Apollo. Gets the damage back down, but Lyra there. A standard data onto Froggen will not save him. Lyra does get around, but now Seraph's overreaching for a play here in the bottom lane. Way to safety. Arrow length on
they got
Apollo.
one.
Gate flashes in. There's the pick that EchoFox won. Arcadian comes down on Apollo.
Finally, they land the Ashe arrow. Apollo does not flash it.
And take kind of the majority of that farm. Ooh,
Froggen has flash. Look out, though.
Stump's good. Actually flushes out of the way. There's the Apollo's ulti going to miss as a result. Lupa up here, going to try and turn it around. Surf gets taunted. There's the goal for Froggen. Lyra gets the double belly slam, but now Lyra's actually going to take a little too much damage. Charge is going to keep Lupa out of the way as Apollo swoops in to save him, but EchoFox turned that around very well.
Yeah. Or do they do a flank? Here we go.
We got Lyra going to get some damage down, but the Gragas is pretty tanky at this stage. Lupa looks for the flash on, it doesn't land it onto Apollo. But again, EchoFox is still going to fight it out. Apollo with a big ultimate as Lupa just satchel back in towards Envy. He's going to go down as Hako gets credit for the kill, and now Lyra bops on the Frog to try and pick him off. Gate already dead to Ninja as he gets himself a double kill. That went so wrong for EchoFox.
They could be 3 people in this pit almost instantly.
Keith also flanking now. Ninja wants to knock him out, but Lupa going to protect him with the ultimate. They need to pull DPS up to Baron, but Arcadian gets too low. I actually was there to smite it, but the smite goes to Lyra. Envy collect the Baron and lose no one.
That is one way to try and get the advantage on the game. A very risky 50-50 by Envy, but it does pay off in this situation. And oh boy.
Gets the kill.
Oh, but here comes Echo Fox.
But Katie onto Hakuo, sorry, is SK's ultimate. That's going to be a kill, and Echo Fox do find a pick. Apollo, they're going to take down Gate, so it's 4v4 as he moves towards the Baron. In fact, Seraph cancels the TP, so there's pressure down bottom lane as well.
Leads to the pick.
Well, now Katie going to stay too long. Lyra with a big play, almost predicts the flash perfectly. But Lyra's now going to chase him down, gets it to the sky slow. Arcadian going to get knocked back here. Lyra kills him before the teleport can complete, and now Looper's got to get out of here. Froggen misses that next charm, but Ninja keeps sieging forward. A little bit of vision's not enough. Looper not even close to try and steal it. And Envy once again find themselves up with a Baron buff, but this time it's 10,000 gold ahead. Lyra, though, caught out of position.
Oh, no.
Gonna get taunted up by Looper, snared up by Gate, uses the ulti, buys some time, gets in onto Keep, but Froggen grabs the shutdown. So, not on too much here, just getting a few more pot shots in with Ninja. Looper trying to find a taunt, but Lyra blocking the other side of it. Seraph tanks the area, that's probably fine, although damage is there. Gonna get taunted as well, but Keith almost gets exploited by Apollo single-handedly. Echo Fox gonna go down as Looper does lose his life, and Envy busts down the inhib. Really nice little disengage there from Envy, and now 5v4 pushing towards the Nexus.
Yeah, they want to go for a lot more. Watch this Ziggs just chunk down this turret.
Oh, it's gone.
Gone.
Absolutely gone. Don't need much more. Seraph burnt the ultimate to try and soak a bit more damage in. Apollo needs to get onto these turrets. Froggen also chunked down as well, so he's going to have to go back to base and give Envy a few more seconds to try and win this game.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5v4, and as long as Apollo can get that auto attack in on the turret, it's gone.
Yep, there it is. Loses about 40% health just from the short fuse. Seraph finds Keith, goes back into him, and he goes down. Envy are going to force a third and final game. Froggen caught it on the other side. Apollo flashes in for a bit of a victory celebration. Well, we wouldn't have it any other way. A must-win game will have a final. Oh, boy.
Oh, so that is open. They're going to move the Jace mid lane, throw the Maokai top lane, and have a pretty standard-looking team composition.
Yeah, important to note that they did have flexibility, but it looks like a last pick tank there is the go for Seraph now that he's seen what he's up against in the Nautilus. So Envy, I mean, showing up a lot of potential team fight. Maokai is a great champion for artificially inflating your team fight power just because of how good he is in those situations. But I certainly like the two carries on the Echo Fox side. Keith's Ashe has looked good. Really enjoyed the Blade of the Ruin King Hurricane build, and Froggen always wants to do a lot of damage on his champions. Vladimir is a champion that's able to do that. He can still flank like he would with the Ahri, and he's going to make Keith's damage even better with his ultimate as well. So a lot to like about Echo Fox's comp here. Yeah,
looking just at the team compositions, I think you do favor Echo Fox slightly in this matchup due to a pushing bottom and top lane, as well as more damage differentiation in team fight. Since there's double physical damage out of the mid and bot lane on Envy. So if Echo Fox plays this to scratch, they should be all right.
Yeah, curious to see what happens here. I think for Envy, you just have to put it all aside, forget that it's a third game, just think you're playing one game, and just put everything into it. I mean, I think part of the reason Liquid have done so well in their upset today is what else do they have to lose? The confidence in that team being like, you know what? We have to win, we might as well try. And they just came out swinging game after game. Envy, they need a little bit of that. They just need some confidence in themselves. And if they can do that here in this game and really overwhelm Echo Fox that we've seen them do in individual games, that's about as much as they can carry into tomorrow.
Yeah, the player who's probably underperforming the most this series for Envy would be Seraph, and if he can have a good performance against Looper...
And Ninja gonna walk too far forward, he face checks, he gets Teemo play, Arcadian flashes in, but Lyra comes around with the Cocoon, first blood, over to Lyra, Froggen uses the pull.
But the harass issues has gone refillable, Cook in.
That was juicy from Hakuo, and now Kate gonna take maybe too much here, Envy gonna win the 2v2, Keith still trying to fight it up, flashes forward with the heal, may not save him, Keith is able to get the next kill, and Envy almost made it look amazing. Who's Lyra though into the bottom lane, so trying to turn things around even more. Hakuo should have the lantern ready, and Apollo's got the ultimate. They should know what's up. Keith doesn't quite have a flash, or he's going to get tied up. Hook from Hakuo is true, and Apollo gets the kill.
And they're going to go for Ninja right here.
Arcadian straight in onto it, although doesn't have the kick to really all in for it. Had the ultimate, but couldn't get behind Ninja. Fox. All but Looper wasn't there as Arcadian going to get hooked up by Hakuo. Boxes up. Wild Growth is down, but Arcadian played back in. Froggen also eats it, but Hakuo already down. Chain Corruption landed onto Arcadian, but he's going to live with the help of Keith's heal. Damage there onto Keith, but Ninja just not there in time, and that's turned around as a teleport's coming in for Looper. Froggen flashing in, gets the Proto Belt down into the pool, but Envy need to run out. They know Looper's there. Seraph cancels his TP.
Teleport from Seraph.
the advantage we talked about earlier. Looper already down here though. Froggen taking a little too much damage, but he Protobelt's in. The arrow's going to miss. As Froggen's still going for it with the Wild Growth's going to knock a few up. Seraph tries to lock down Gape, and Looper flashes forward with a depth charge and tries to get Apollo repel. He's going to see Lyra off to safety after he flashes, but Arcadian is able to clean up. Ninja kicks Apollo as well. Doesn't get the kill, but probably still did enough. They just never have an ult aligned at once. This, though, is a nice proactive play.
Yeah, it's a 4-for-1. They should be able to win this.
Tower dive time onto Looper. He's a big tanky Nautilus, but it might not be enough here. Depth charge onto Ninja. Goes through almost everybody on Envy, but blocked down by Seraph on the next one. Ninja leaps in for it, but Lyra gets credit for the kill, and Hakuo out to tank the turret.
That they would want to get, or they want to be able to CC lock Froggen.
Ooh, Seraph actually caught there by Looper. Hook back from Hakuo. Box has started as well. Wild Growth, though, gets actually a good amount of damage, but Looper is going to fall. Now he flashes out of the way, and Froggen dives straight into the backline. Apollo wants to get out of the way, but Froggen burns his notice to buy a bit more time. Ninja tagged by an arrow there from Asher. Seraph is trying to take the rest of him. Ninja now knocking back Arcadian, and he flashes out to safety. Seraph trying to chase it down, but Ninja goes down to Keith, making a double there for the Ash. Echo Fox come out on top in the team fight. Oh, Looper almost went down to the damage as Lyra looks for the assassination. Turret's going to fall down. Froggen chasing him with the Protobelt, doesn't get himself hooked over to Apollo. He's going to reduce some of that healing flay down after the flash from Hakuo, and Apollo gets Froggen. Classic, apparently. 50-50 Baron here. Let's go. Looper already
Froggen's
around.
Dead.
Arcadian's here as well. Who's going to get it? Arcadian going to dive in for it. He does get the Baron away from them. And now Envy has to fight the way out of the pit. Looper taking damage, but Keith is still there in a position to free it. Seraph, though, shuts all that down as Apollo gets him. Lyra on a killing spree as Envy get a couple kills, but that was not worth the Baron.
Systemic problem for them, so obviously not too
This is a juicy bait. See you later, Arcadian. Ninja collects credit for it. That was genius.
Yeah, they had the
Oh my Froggen! He goes straight in for Apollo. Misses a Protobelt though. Zonya's in, but the rest of them have to run away. Froggen might have just started the fight in each for the team as Deptar's going to find Apollo. Envy needs to keep fighting it out though as Froggen is low on health, and Apollo still getting in there. Seraph trying to take down Froggen, and Ninja finally takes him down. Envy might have a way back into the fight. Keith gets cocooned there by Lyra, but they can't follow it back up, and they just don't really have their health bars left. Ninja is going to get chased down. Hakuo trying to delay it as Ninja gates himself out to safety over the wall, back towards Echo Fox's base, and now Lyra going to try and turn it back around. Repel. Going to go back down and try and give it up. Yeah, he gets shut down by Looper, but he has to give something away. He saves his carries, but barely.
Man, Looper was a meat shield that fight. Still packs a good punch of AD. I don't immediately dislike it, but
Great kick, Lantern though. He's going to be safe enough. Dead Touch going to follow, and now Apollo maybe get picked up. He flashes out of the way. Looper flashes on top of him, but the cocoon from Lyra could save him. Hakuo is going to fight it out, but the shutdown comes through for Gate. Hakuo the next to fall to Keith as Lyra now caught out between everyone else. A double kill for the support Lulu, and Arcadian comes up huge.
what a pick. And we were talking about Apollo needing to be in a position to will his team to victory, and he gets picked off. That is not what they wanted to have happen. Looks like Baron will go over to Echo Fox.
Ninja cuts the wave off though, so prevents a push from that inhibitor. This game ends, the better I'm going to feel. Froggen straight into the backline once again as the inhib does go down. Froggen gets picked off though. Zonya is barely at the last second after his ultimate proc for a bit of healing. There's the Wild Growth to keep him alive, but Seraph is diving back in, gets polymorphed though by the Lulu. Hook onto Looper as Echo Fox and is going to brute force their way through. Looper does finally die to Seraph, and Seraph barely lives. And this turret not in position to try and defend right now. Varus isn't even there. There's Ninja. But Lyra also coming back off the fountain, running back towards the bottom lane. They've got maybe 2 waves less until this turret goes down.
Yeah, really interesting how they're putting the Elise to clear the sideways, but I guess they want the ranged wave clear of the others. Ninja really sneaking a shot there that actually does clear even more minions.
Bit of poke onto Froggen as well, so not too bad. But again, Echo Fox, this might be the wave they break this turret down. Hook's going to miss there from Hakuo. They kind of have to go now. Envy are in position, but there's the depth charge out already onto Apollo. They need to just kill the AD as there's Froggen straight in onto the backline. Redemption down to heal him, but Froggen took a lot of damage there. Turret's going to go down now. Looper's going to be the one hooked up, and Seraph is going to lock him down. The Wild Growth's going to keep him alive for a little while longer, but Looper, he's getting low. Apollo moved back into the team fight, and that's Froggen able to get that kill. Seraph now dead as well. Now Ninja's trying to run away from the rest of Echo Fox, but this last inhibitor is going to go down. Ninja's getting tagged by Arcadian, and Looper is just moving forward as Keith going to try and take down the Nexus turrets. There's one. Ninja going to go down. Froggen seals no the kill, and it's actually Arcadian instead. Nexus though now wide open, and Hakuo and Lyra just cannot defend. Echo Fox will take what kills they can, and they'll finally pick up the victory.
Gotta
against
hit the
Envy.
Nexus, guys.
And they're going to get some kills first, or at least try to. Keith goes down to the
man.
turret, but the Nexus falls for Echo Fox.